Good morning. Today, we're diving into a topic that's making waves across the tech world and beyond. Let's talk about something big happening at Apple, the company behind the iPhone, iPad, and so many of our daily devices. Apple isn't just a tech giant. It's a brand that has shaped how we communicate, work, and even think about technology. For over a decade, Tim Cook has led Apple to incredible heights. Under his leadership, Apple has become one of the most valuable companies in the world, launching groundbreaking products and expanding into new markets. But now, the world is asking, who will lead Apple next? As Tim Cook approaches a possible retirement, speculation is growing about who could fill his shoes. This isn't just about picking a new boss, it's about finding someone who can continue Apple's legacy of innovation. The next leader will need to inspire teams, drive new ideas, and keep Apple at the forefront of technology. The next CEO will shape the future of technology for millions, influencing not just Apple's direction, but the entire industry. Their decisions will impact how we use technology in our everyday lives. Succession planning at Apple is critical, and the world is watching closely. Investors, employees, and customers all want to know what's next for this iconic company. Just yesterday, reports surfaced that Apple's board is stepping up plans for the day Tim Cook steps down. Behind closed doors, discussions are intensifying, and potential successors are being evaluated more seriously than ever. This news has sparked conversations everywhere. Change could be coming sooner than we thought. From Silicon Valley to living rooms around the world, people are speculating about what this means for Apple's future. We'll explore Tim Cook's journey, the candidates to succeed him, and why this matters to everyone who uses Apple products. The stakes are high, and the outcome will affect millions. It's a story about legacy, the future, and the careful planning behind one of the world's most iconic brands. Join us as we uncover what's next for Apple, and why this transition could define the next era of technology. What does a CEO really do? It's a question that goes far beyond the corner office and the impressive title on a business card. The role of a CEO is often misunderstood, and it's much more than just being the boss or making high-level decisions. At a company like Apple, the CEO's job is a complex blend of vision, leadership, and relentless responsibility. At Apple, the CEO is the captain of a massive ship, steering through both calm waters and unpredictable storms. Every decision they make can shift the course of the entire company, impacting not just employees, but millions of customers and partners around the world. They set the company's direction, make tough decisions, and inspire trust both inside and outside the company. The CEO must unite a diverse team of executives, engineers, designers, and marketers, ensuring everyone is working toward a common goal. The CEO is the public face. Think of Tim Cook on stage at every big Apple launch. They represent the company's values, vision, and ambitions to the world, and every word or gesture is closely watched by the media, investors, and fans alike. They work with top executives, oversee product design, manage supply chains, and ensure financial health. From brainstorming the next big product to navigating global logistics, the CEO's influence touches every part of the business. It's a balancing act, today's needs versus tomorrow's possibilities. The CEO must weigh short-term results against long-term innovation, making choices that will shape the company's future for years to come. The CEO is ultimately accountable for Apple's success or failure. The pressure is immense, and the responsibility can feel isolating, especially when the stakes are so high. If things go well, they get the credit. Their leadership is celebrated, and their vision is validated by the company's achievements and growth. If not, they answer for it. Every misstep, every missed target, and every controversy lands squarely on their shoulders, and the scrutiny can be relentless. That's why choosing the right CEO is one of the most important decisions Apple's board will ever make. The board must look for someone with not just experience, but vision, resilience, and the ability to inspire. For a company with Apple's influence, this choice will shape the digital world for years. The ripple effects of their leadership will be felt across industries, cultures, and continents. The next leader won't just inherit a title. They'll inherit the responsibility to keep Apple at the forefront of innovation, to push boundaries, and to honor the legacy of those who came before. The stakes couldn't be higher. The future of Apple, and perhaps the future of technology itself, rests on the shoulders of whoever takes the helm next. To truly understand the magnitude of Apple's current transition, we need to revisit the last time the company faced a seismic change at the very top. The story of Apple's leadership is one of vision, risk, and reinvention. A story that shaped not just a company, but an entire industry. Steve Jobs, Apple's legendary co-founder, was more than just a CEO. He was the creative genius who reimagined technology. Under his leadership, Apple introduced the iMac, iPod, iPhone, and iPad, products that didn't just succeed, they changed the way people live, work, and communicate. But in August 2011, everything changed. Facing serious illness, Jobs made the difficult decision to step down, entrusting Apple's future to Tim Cook, his trusted lieutenant. At the time, many questioned whether anyone could possibly fill Jobs' shoes. Cook was renowned for his mastery of operations and supply chains, but he wasn't seen as a product visionary or a showman. The world watched with bated breath. Investors, employees, and fans alike wondered if Apple could continue to innovate and thrive without its iconic founder at the helm. Yet, Jobs' personal endorsement of Cook was a powerful signal. He made it clear that he believed in Cook's ability to lead, showing deep trust in his judgment and leadership style. Cook wasn't a stranger to Apple's culture. He had already served as interim CEO and had been instrumental in building the company's operational backbone. He knew the people, the processes, and the values that made Apple unique. Still, skepticism lingered. Many analysts and industry insiders predicted that Apple's most innovative days were behind it, and that the company might struggle to maintain its momentum. This pivotal moment in Apple's history highlights just how critical leadership transitions can be. The wrong choice at the top could have sent Apple down a very different path. Now, as Apple faces another leadership crossroads, the stakes are just as high. The pressure to maintain Apple's legacy of innovation and success is immense. Tim Cook has built his own remarkable legacy, steering Apple to new heights. But whoever follows him will face intense scrutiny and the daunting challenge of living up to two legendary predecessors. The echoes of the Jobs to Cook transition are impossible to ignore, reminding us that every leadership change at Apple is a moment that could redefine the company's future. When Tim Cook became CEO, he didn't try to be another Steve Jobs. Instead, he played to his strengths, guiding Apple to become the first company valued at over $3 trillion. Cook perfected Apple's products, expanded their reach, and launched new ones like the Apple Watch. He pushed Apple into services, App Store, Apple Music, iCloud, and Apple TV+, creating new revenue streams. Cook made privacy and environmental responsibility core company values. Under his leadership, Apple committed to renewable energy and more recycled materials. He's shown that success and social responsibility can go hand in hand. After 14 years, Cook's legacy is operational excellence, financial growth, and strong values. Whoever comes next won't just fill Jobs' shoes, they'll have to fill Cook's as well. The bar is higher than ever. If Apple is thriving, why talk about a new leader now? Tim Cook is 65, an age when many CEOs consider their next chapter. 14 years is a long tenure, especially in fast-changing tech. Recent reports suggest Apple's board is intensifying succession planning. Preparing for the future is just smart business. CEO transitions at companies like Apple take years of planning and grooming. The board must identify and develop potential successors, ensuring a smooth handoff. Public discussion helps manage expectations and avoid surprises. This careful process reassures investors, employees, and customers that Apple's future is in good hands. Change may not be immediate, but the groundwork is being laid now. As talk of Apple's next leader grows, one name stands out: John Ternus. He's Apple's Senior VP of Hardware Engineering, leading teams behind the iPhone, iPad, Mac, and AirPods. With over 2 decades at Apple, Ternus is respected for his engineering expertise and steady leadership. He's become more visible at Apple events, often explaining new products to the public. Insiders say he's highly regarded by Tim Cook and deeply understands Apple's culture. Ternus led the successful transition of Macs to Apple's own silicon, a massive achievement. Other candidates exist, like COO Jeff Williams, but Ternus's age and technical background make him a likely long-term successor. Many believe he's being groomed to lead Apple into its next era. The spotlight is on him. Taking over Apple won't be easy, even for a seasoned insider. The biggest challenge? Innovation. Apple hasn't launched a category-defining product in years. The next CEO must find Apple's next big thing, whether it's a car, AR glasses, or something entirely new. Managing Apple's massive scale is another hurdle. Growth gets harder as the company gets bigger. The new leader must find fresh markets and revenue streams, perhaps in India or new services. Navigating global politics and regulation is also crucial, as governments scrutinize big tech more than ever. The next CEO must be a skilled diplomat, not just a product visionary. And, of course, they'll be compared to Jobs and Cook at every turn. Every decision will be under the microscope. The new leader must honor Apple's culture while forging their own path. It's a daunting but exciting challenge. Apple's leadership isn't just a business story, it affects everyone who uses their products. The CEO's vision shapes your iPhone, Mac, and Apple Watch, their features, design, and even price. Tim Cook prioritized privacy and seamless integration. A new leader might focus on AI, health, or affordability. The CEO's choices ripple through the entire tech industry, influencing the tools we use daily. Apple's ecosystem, how devices work together, depends on strong leadership. A smooth transition ensures your devices stay secure, updated, and innovative. The right leader keeps Apple's promise of simplicity and reliability alive. That's why this transition matters to you, even if you never meet the CEO. The future of your tech is being decided right now. The question of who leads Apple is about more than business. It's about the future of technology. The move from Jobs to Cook proved a successful transition is possible, but it takes careful planning. Tim Cook's legacy is secure: financial success, privacy, and environmental leadership. His successor will inherit a strong company, but also new challenges and sky-high expectations. The board's decision will shape not just Apple's future, but the entire tech landscape. We'll all be watching as this story unfolds. Apple's strength has always been its ability to adapt and reinvent itself. A steady hand at the helm is crucial for navigating change. That's why the search for Tim Cook's successor is one of the biggest stories in tech today. The next chapter for Apple, and for all of us, is about to begin.